Uh, Good evening, troopers. Commander on deck. Welcome. Oh god, this is gonna be rough. This is gonna be rough. Hey Callie, hope you're doing good. Hope everyone's having a good evening. I think you can hear it. It doesn't sound good. Feeling less sick. I'm less sick, but I'm still pretty bad. I think you can hear it. It's pretty bad. This also sucks because I have to talk. I have to speak publicly tomorrow. So that's great. That's why I don't want to do this for too long. But yeah, I really sick. Please don't go too long. Yeah, the plan is to go only like an hour and a half, 2 hours max. We'll see what happens. But my hard gap is 2 hours. My hard stop is 2 hours. We're not gonna do the usual 5-hour bullshit that we always do every Friday. No, it's not happening. I can't do that. But hopefully we can. Hi Gabby, hope you're doing good. Oh my god. Oh god, I can hear my I haven't been speaking that much because I know it would be bad, and this is the most I've spoken in like the past like 3 days, something like that. And yeah, it's pretty bad. I have some tea. It's almost out though. Oh. And it's not as warm as I'd like, but yeah, it's all right. Physically, I feel fine. It's more my throat and still a little bit in my chest. Also, I've been sneezing a lot, like having a lot of phlegm and snot. It's really gross. But hopefully it'll be. I'm hoping like the worst of it will be gone by tomorrow. Like I said, like I have to speak tomorrow, so that's gonna be. But I don't want to like leave you guys hanging for too long, so I decided like yeah, we're gonna do it tonight. We're gonna have a weekly debrief. We haven't stopped yet, and so we're not gonna stop now. Anyway, so I picked just like 3 stories tonight. We're gonna go through them. We're gonna talk about them. Like I said, I want to keep this like under 2 hours, preferably an hour and a half, no more than 2 hours. So we'll see how that goes. And I'll also like tell you guys the plan for next week because next week is Christmas, so we kind of have to like plan around that. I do want to have at least one stream before Christmas, but we'll see how that happens. Anyway, let's see. Let's just get on with it. When we sick, get to put them down. No, don't. How dare? That's not how it works. But yeah, let's get on with it. Let me put some songs on. Is that too loud? It doesn't sound too bad. Yeah. Anyway, let's start with something like easy. By the way, I found this song recently. It came out in 2001 apparently, and it kind of just goes super hard. Oh yeah, okay, so you guys saw this, the whole Sea Dog thing, recording Blue Archive. Those songs are the best. Yeah, I love it. It's so good. Who the hell is DMing me? Gabby, what's wrong? What's wrong? Show up. Oh my god, this is so lewd. I should not, but I kind of want to, you know. I should not, but I'm kind of tempted. I don't know. Like I should. Don't tempt me, Gabby. Jeez, Jesus. Guys, a little fuck nugget. Anyway, thank you for sharing that. Please, if it's done, please put it in the server, and so everyone can see your wonderful creation. Gabby finished some art recently. Please share it in the server. I want everyone to see it. It's not too lewd. You can put it like in the art chat. So it doesn't have to be in the not safe work chat. This is tame enough, I think. But yeah, please share it for everyone to see, Gabby. Also, hello, Mayumi. You have to show it. No. I'm asking you to show it. Like if you're saying it's done, please share it with us in the art chat in the server so that everybody can see it. Like I said, like the art chat would be best, like this one right here, because everyone has access to this one. I noticed you've been using the collab chat a lot, Gabby, but not everybody has access to that because only streamers can use it. So if you're gonna share it, please put it here so everyone can have a look at it. Because again, I think it's really cute. The buddy kind of feeling better a little bit. I know you saw me earlier today, Mayumi, but I'm doing okay, I think. Anyway, let's get on to the tea, as they say. I wanted to start with something like a little more soft. Not soft. I guess like simpler, easy, less spicy to do. Like nothing like super spicy this week. I mean, I had some potential stories we could have talked about, but I chose some that are like on the more. They're less charged than like other ones. So. Because I don't want to be screaming and yelling or ranting as much as usual. Because I'm gonna still be ranting, let's be honest. But yeah, let's get on with this. What is happening here? Oh my god, Nux. Oh god. Oh shit. Ignore that. I'm not even following Nux. I should be, right? Anyway, if you guys haven't heard, there was a recent event going on regarding... God, this is such... turn of the century nonsense, this song. I kind of love it though. I kind of like in a Y2K kind of aesthetic feeling right now lately. And it might make its way into the new motto, just saying. Music like this is kind of hitting different lately. Oh no, it's Nux. Oh no, Nux. I want to follow him simply because he's like one of the more controversial VTubers, and I think it'd be funny to see what's going on with him. That being said, I don't know what's so spicy about it. I mean, I guess he's like criticizing Islam, which I guess is like a big no-no for a lot of people. I mean, we know it's a big no-no, but you know, what else has he done? Has he done anything actually bad? I don't know. You guys have to tell me. Anyway, back to like the important thing, Blue Archive. Okay, if you don't know, recently Blue Archive was gonna do an event. Let's start the video.
About to cover some nuclear level drama that is probably going to get me in a lot
You hear it, yeah.
And you know what? I'm still going to talk about it.
What's so bad about this?
Of gatekeeping I think I have ever seen.
We need to gatekeep harder, by the way. That's my official stance going into this.
For anything in recent years, for anime, manga,
okay, he's yapping.
Hello, Sensei.
Okay, so basically, where is the original post? Can I find it? Okay, originally, Blue Archive was gonna have like a streamer event, and the whole idea was that they were gonna have like these four streamers, promoting the game and all that, and like letting people, let me load my take in a little bit. But yeah, they were gonna have like a Blue Archive event, like just like to promote the game, right? Twitch drops. They're gonna have like these four streamers like promoting the game. You know, this happens to like every game ever, like not just gacha games and whatever. And like for the most part, like it's like okay, whatever, who cares? Like this happens all the time. So we have like I don't know who the hell this person is. Then we have Zentreya. Everyone knows Zentreya, and then we have Iron Mouse. Everybody fucking knows who Iron Mouse is. But the hitch-up was this guy right here. Now I don't know much about the Sea Dog dude. I don't know anything about these two really, but apparently, the Sea Dog guy is very much one of those like anime is trash, lolis are trash. If you like lolis, you're a fucking creep, and the FBI is to come and get you. He's one of those kind of guys. And if you guys know, you guys probably already know, like, you know, I play Blue Archive a lot. My favorite characters are ones like Hina, Sia, Iori. he's friends with Hassan. Oh my god, that makes it even worse. I can't. Oh god, it hurt my throat. It hurts to laugh. God, don't make me laugh. This podcast low. Of course he has. Yeah, we haven't really gone into Hassan. I kind of wanted to talk about him this week because there was some stuff going on with him and Frogan. Oh boy, Frogan, you sweet summer child. Oh, you and your lovely 9/11 cake. I wanted to talk about them this week, but you know, I figured like, I'm dying, so let's do something like lighter. But yeah, okay, so Sea Dog, okay, so he's so he's even worse than I thought. But you know, relevant to the conversation though. Let's give him credit. And only talk about what's like relevant to like this. Okay, you guys like know Blue Archive. Blue Archive is kind of infamous for being the cunny game, the lowly game. The characters I just listed off. Let's look at some of them. Okay. Let's look at some of them. Oh no, the first thing that came up was like age. Some of my favorite characters in this game are Hina. Who's another one I really like? Oh yeah, Hoshino. Ah, fuck, I can't spell. Hoshino. Oh no, there's a swimsuit skin. There's a swimsuit skin. Here's Hoshino. His friends got weird and uncomfortable as fuck during that podcast because of his son. Because they didn't like him, I assume. Or what did they do exactly? I'm not sure. I did see, we actually have a video here. Let me find it. This one. Are these his friends? Are these the friends that you're talking about? Well, you answer that. Hoshino, who's another one I like a lot? Kasaki? Or is it Kisaki? I think it's Kisaki. Yeah, Kisaki. Now, have you noticed something about all these characters? They're all pretty petite. Some would call them lolis. I don't know. And the point is, Blue Archive is very much known for these kind of Joe the anime guy. Are these those guys? I'm not sure. I don't know who these guys are. Oh, there, Joe and Garrett. I assume this is Giga, or one of these guys is Giga. Oh, there's Giga. Oh, so they actually are friends. That's why they were doing it. Whoa, yeah, exactly. Whoa. The point is, these characters have a certain aesthetic to them, and it's a certain aesthetic that people like Sea-Dog probably wouldn't appreciate. And okay, let's just let him speak for himself. Let's watch this little video about him that our good friend. But by the way, this is Guitar Rock. He's a pretty prominent gacha game streamer and YouTuber. He promotes a lot of gacha games, including Blue Archive, Nikkei, Girls Line, you name it. He's played it. He gets sponsorships. He's cool like that, so he gets a lot of cool stuff. But anyway, he talks about drama too. So he found this video. So let's just let him watch it, like start to finish. It's a little like 1.5 minute video. Getting a funny archive.
Podcast between Sea-Dog at the left here. That is the anime man, and then that's Giga, right?
Giga. Okay, that's what they're called.
Shout out Eromanga Sensei. Just forgot.
So that is going to be a figure.
Let me boost the audio a little bit.
From Eromanga Sensei.
Very cute figure, by the way. Like, I haven't seen the anime, but it's something that I don't know. If I watched it, I know the character. I've seen her a few times, but she definitely falls underneath the. Excuse me, God, I keep burping. I think it's all the tea I've been drinking. I've been like guzzling leaf water for the past like 2 days. It's really bad. But very cute character, very cute. Also, good sir, welcome. We're talking about anime girls and the cute cunnies.
So you can see that figure right there. So apparently that is going to be.
I recognize the character. I never seen it, but I think that she's really popular.
Street, right?
Everybody, round of applause.
She's the Euro mangaka sensei. Wait, she's actually the. I thought her brother was the Euro mangaka, but I guess okay, she makes it herself. Damn. Caramel. I think it's a combination. I don't know what this is. It just has like it's like the throat care tea. It might be caramel.
I'm proud of you. Proud of you, Joey.
Okay.
It's just for throat.
I saw about 10 Eromanga.
I do have
So
some
these two guys, they are fine.
caramel.
Right? They are happy. They're pretty happy with the figure. You can
I
see.
may mix it.
You know, and then Sea-Dog's reaction was like quite over the board, right?
Sensei figures along the way.
Why is there so many?
Like I love how cute these guys are being. Like they actually like are excited. Like, oh my god, this is so cool. And like yeah. And, like you can tell like they're legitimately excited. Like I feel like this guy doesn't really understand what this is, but he's like he's He's kind of interested. I think this Sea-Dog guy or Gaiguk, whatever this guy. Sea-Dog's the other guy. Gaiguk, I think he is an anime dude. So he's like legitimately excited because like he knows what this is from. And he's just kind of like along for the ride, and he's all for it.
I don't know. It's popular enough, I guess. It's actually not
Apparently
too
it's a very
bad,
popular
to be honest
figure.
with you.
Again, I'm not familiar with
exactly
it.
a fan of Eromanga Sensei, but this is actually a pretty solid.
Eromanga
I think
Sensei.
you'd have the FBI knocking if you said you were.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, you
so
heard what
that's
he said?
right there. He said about FBI knocking to you.
of Eromanga Sensei, but this is actually a pretty solid.
I think you'd have the FBI knocking if you said you were.
Well, I mean,
Okay,
not
so that's what he
used
said
to
right
that
there. Right?
He's making the.
Once, I I'm okay not seeing the figure, you know?
You sure?
There's like a child's playmat there. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, I'll bring it out. I'll bring it out.
So he's saying that okay.
I don't want
he's
anyone to
okay
see
not
it.
the figure and stuff, right?
Don't worry.
The fuck is that?
I think it's supposed to simulate Sagittarius,
He's
like,
freaking out.
Right.
What happens in this anime? Why is it children's stuff?
Oh
Because
no.
He is a hentai.
So he's saying like, why is these children?
It's an anime about a Euro manga artist. And yes, she's young, but it's an anime. It's not real. It's a toy. it's a fake story. I know it's kind of hard to wrap your head around it. He's had Anime Abroad on his podcast too, which he uses a ton of drama. Which he uses a ton. Oh my god, this guy just... I don't know anything about the Sea Dog dude, but like, geez, he doesn't sound fun to be around, is what I'm gathering.
Stuff like, so I can see like this reaction.
If he doesn't like this stuff, is what I'm gathering. Yet he seems to keep talking to people who do enjoy it, and then I guess making fun of them behind their back. I guess.
Over.
Joe's also into Loli. Which one's Joe? Is that guy Joe? I think these two guys. Oh my god, what the fuck happened there? I think these two guys are like at least familiar / okay with Loli, which is fine. It's nothing wrong with
I'm not sure if
that.
he's acting, right? I'm not sure you see.
Again, I would plop this so fucking hard. Long hair one? Okay, this guy. Yeah. So like they're aware of what Loli are, and so like they're into it and they're having fun. But this guy, fucking Sea Dog, holier than thou, is over here like trying to pretend he's like against
Dog is
it.
acting, or is that his?
Oh, he is against it. The
genuine
problem is
reaction?
he's like judging them for it and then making fun of them
But
for
it
it.
seems overboard, right?
Artist.
She's
Right?
yeah.
When we blast.
She's
Like these two guys are
she's
just
the
chill, right? It's a
Eromanga
figure
sensei.
and
She's the
stuff.
Eromanga sensei.
Look,
And the
I'll say it wrong,
and the
right?
brother.
oh, look, I'm sorry, but like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I can't help myself. Oh my god, see ya, those things. Anyway, moving on.
I believe is an Eromanga.
Anyway,
He's
moving
like-
on.
Yeah,
He is an author.
How do I remember more of Eromanga since the thing?
I don't know, man.
I need to watch this anime because it's kind of a famous one, and I just never have gotten around to actually seeing it.
Bro, she's practically got like the fucking Cars bed, bro. What is that? she's not a hentai
Basically,
artist. Oh no, what the fuck?
She is a hentai artist. She's also like, I don't know.
Fuck, what the fuck is
She's
that?
anime age. I need to sneeze.
Okay.
All right, and
What the fuck?
and the grand
Wait,
reveal.
why is it like a child's playmat?
I mean, how old is Sagiru again in the show?
What are you talking about? My bed looks like that too. He's talking about like her stand, which is supposed to be like her bed, which is supposed to be like really comfy. My bed looks like that too.
I have no
So
idea.
apparently that thing, one of the
Yeah, so like these guys know what this is. They've seen the show. They understand anime. They understand lolicon and everything like that. And one thing, like I'm gonna criticize these two guys for a little bit. Like, tell this fucker, shut the fuck up. This is fun. It's not real. It's just a figurine. We think it's cute. Who cares? Like we like it. Like how does this hurt you? How does this hurt anyone? I don't care if it makes you uncomfortable. We're having fun with it. Fuck off. So like I know they're like, I think these guys are supposed to be friends. Oh shit. But sorry, I hit the mic. But at the same time, like I think they're supposed to be friends. But at the same time, like he's such a judgmental prick.
Why is it like a child's playmat?
Listen to him. Listen to this guy.
I mean, how old is Sagiru again in the show?
I have no
So
idea.
apparently
She's like, I bet like 15 or something like
that
that.
thing, one of the accessories
Which doesn't matter because it's a toy.
is like a child's playmat. I'm not too sure. I can't really see from here.
Anime abroad on his Japan abroad. Oh, okay.
Oh,
There you go. There's Sagiri.
no.
Are her panties
I
detailed?
think this goes. Wait,
So again, you can see Dog's reaction. This is one of it, right? So apparently, I'm not too familiar.
So apparently he's
Of
done
these
more
kinds
than that. Yeah, history of not being fond of these kind of gacha games. People remember that. So I reckon watching the TBFY's video on him. Sure. If you want to post that in like the server, so I can look at it later, I'd love to. But yeah, so what I'm gathering is this guy, he doesn't like gacha games. He doesn't like anime. He especially doesn't like lowly anime, and yet he's playing the Cunny game, which is Blue Archive. And they hired him for it, and it's just like really fucking stupid how they didn't fact checked on him. Like, hey, okay, look, I've been hearing like a lot of things like, oh, they should have hired Mint or some other YouTuber or VTuber because like, oh, they love Blue Archive. Okay, the realistic counter to that is, at the end of the day, they do have to make money and they have to like push their brand and get it out to new people. So it doesn't make sense to like, okay, say like I was like a big Blue Archive streamer. Like I got hundreds of people on my stream every time we came in, and I streamed like Blue Archive like 4 times out of a week, right? Say that like that was my thing because I love the game that fucking much. It wouldn't make sense for them to sponsor somebody like me because I already played the game. I already have my community already is invested in the game and they know about it and yada yada yada. So it makes sense that they reach out to like new people like this who like are either not very familiar with it or only played like once or twice. Like that's just how it is. Like this is business. I understand that. However, you probably shouldn't reach out to people who hate you. Like this fucker down here. He hates everything you stand for. All this? All this? Let's get even worse. All this? He hates this. He thinks you're lesser than. He thinks you're a weirdo and a creep for liking this. Whether it's Sia, Kisaki, Hoshino, Hina, Iora, these are all the same type of character as that little figurine over here that we saw earlier. He hates you. He would hate me for saying that I like Hina and all this other stuff. So why the heck did they think it was a good idea to hire him? Now, let's be honest, it was probably like a mistake. Their hiring manager, they were their marketing team or whatever. I know they usually go through like a third-party company, and I think the third-party company, all they really worry about is like, oh, does this guy have like a big following? Does he have like a lot of eyes on him? And then they go like, hey, do you want to like represent this game? So we'll pay you money for it. And you know, like it was probably a pretty decent deal, and he was like, yeah, sure. But at no point did those people think, okay, hey, maybe this guy isn't right for us, or heck, maybe this guy didn't even think to look at the contract, or maybe he did see the contract. He thought it was for Blue Archive, and then he was like, and he still took it anyway. Like this is a game that he does not like. He would not like. He would hate the character designs, and then he did it anyway. I don't know. Like, is he doing it because he wants to like be snarky about it during the promotion? Does he want to lie about it? Like pretend like, oh, I love it, blah blah blah. And then when the contract runs out, he's gonna be like, I fucking hated every second of it, guys. It was fucking terrible. I was disgusted the entire time. I wanted to puke. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what was in his head, but he clearly wasn't the guy that you want promoting your thing. There's a Hispanic community and letting tourists and grifters in. Yeah, exactly. So this guy isn't even a tourist, because he doesn't care about it to begin with. He just wants to stay on the outside and laugh at you for being a little freak who is into lowlies. Excuse me. Got paid to play Fire Emblem Heroes. Oh god, he'd hate Heroes too. He'd make fun of it too. Like, I have my problems with Heroes, and I also have problems with the community. But even the community of Heroes would be made fun of by this guy. He would call them freaks, and Heroes is kind of infamous for the community being very vocal about like not letting characters be represented in certain ways. What was that one green-haired girl? Wedding dress. Router units. What was that one chick? There's that one bridal unit. Was it Tiki? No, it wasn't Tiki. It was another one. I think it was this. No, it's not Tarja. Tarja is an adult. You can't argue that. It's the young one. Sanaki? I think it's Sanaki. Am I thinking of the right one? If I had a picture. What do you spell it? Sanaki. Is this her? Yeah, this is her. This is her. I remember when this came out, and the people. Okay, let's be honest. Heroes kind of appeals to. It kind of appeals to. Let's be honest. Taurus. It does appeal to Taurus. It's very much the game that like everyone plays, and because Fire Emblem is just so fucking popular. When Heroes came out, 13 had already come out, and Fates had come out. Fire Emblem was like at its peak. Like normies and people who are not really familiar with anime were in the community and playing it. Like I knew a few people who never normally would have touched this kind of game. Loved Fire Emblem. They loved Fire Emblem because it was just, I don't know, it's kind of like a gateway drug for anime. The problem is that it let in a lot of people who weren't willing to, you know, just like roll with it and roll with like the kind of quirkiness of Japanese anime and things like that. I remember people were mixed about it, and she was the same banner as Nina and Karja. Yeah, I remember when she came out, people were livid because like, oh my god, that's a child. Why is she getting married? And the developers had to come out and basically lie to them and say, no, she's not getting married. She's just pretending. She's just dressing up and pretending to be a bride because she wants to be a bride someday, but not today. It's just a pretty dress. She's just playing pretend. People lost their fucking shit when this skin came out, and it's just cute. Like they couldn't just look at it and just like accept it for what it was. They had to like read into it and get all uppity about it. What's the damage one even look like? It's not that bad. Some of the damage art gets kind of spicy, but no, that's pretty alright. It's fine. But that's the thing. Like that's the kind of like Fire Emblem Heroes has like it has the tourists in them in the community, and I think it still has it to this day. By the way, this older version of her looks great. I love that. She looks great here. There you go. She's legal now. Shut the fuck up. But let's not think about the resplendent Lucina art. Yeah, then people like complain about that too. Let me see. Let me see what the resplendent Lucina. Like they were getting mad at her thighs or something like that. Ew. What do you mean, ew? Because she's older? Where is she? Wait, okay, that was 5 years ago. What happened? Are they booing me? No, they're saying Puccina. Oh yeah, the artwork just looked kind of funny. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. She had like a weird kind of goofy face. It's just the art style is weird. I also it might be because of the side boo. That was nice, but I don't like the art style. Yeah, the art style is a little weird. It's not a bad art style. It's just that it like stands out. Oh yeah, and then they also think it's a child. Oh, it's by the Ancient Odyssey artist. That's why it looks like that. I was like, I was thinking the art style looks familiar. Big booba, she's spoiled, threw her away and get a new one. She looked better with the flat chest. Okay, yeah, it is a little kind of an awkward art style, but I still kind of like it. I don't know. Anyway, the point is, the fan base for Heroes is very normie, very much full of anime tourists. Like they like Fire Emblem Heroes, but it needs to appease to them specifically. If it doesn't, then they become like this guy, and they call you weirdos and freaks, and the game is too horny and yada yada yada. They want it to be the pure gacha game, even though the whole point of gacha games is to sell you sexy characters. It's so fucking stupid again, and also it's like it's a safe sexy thing. Like they want a little bit of sexy, but not too much, especially with the girls. You better keep them honest and pure. But it's so fucking stupid. It just reminded me of that when I heard about this guy. Anyway, the point is, this guy's an asshole. He's apparently in the circles with some really weirdos. And I'm gonna kill you, bot. What was I saying? Yeah, I killed all the bots. And again, then you could go, huh? I guess I want more hot males and heroes, please. I mean, like, I want hot every character, but the problem is, like, I'm not gonna say the majority, but a lot of people, the fans and heroes are very, they're very puritanical, and also they kind of strive for like only allow hot male characters, or you have to be very specific. They have a very specific set of rules that they don't even know themselves, which is why it's probably one of the more, in my opinion, nightmarish gacha communities. I mean, there's a bunch of gacha communities, and a lot of them are really bad, but Heroes is something else. It's something else. It's funny how the normies never got the shelf does. Yeah, exactly. I've never seen a controversy regarding, what was his name? This one Shota. What was his name? The big hat guy. What was his name? Ricken. I don't remember there being like a controversy regarding Ricken. Is he even in Heroes? Yeah, he's in Heroes. He only has one fucking character. Well, that's probably what part of the reason. He literally only has one. He's only appears in the game once. That's so dumb. Nico. They don't have a lot of Shotas in the game. I guess that's part of the problem. I thought the hot topics for Heroes was the overwhelming power creep that's happening every few months. I think that's like recent stuff, but I remember the past stuff when they were screaming about anime characters being too hot and things like that. The green hair Shota too. There's a green haired one. I don't remember his name. There's too many Fire Emblem characters I don't know. Boy. There's quite a few green-haired boys in Fire Emblem. Who's this guy? Was it Merrick? I fucking forgot his name. Damn it. I like Merrick a lot though. That's not a boy. I mean, she's very flat, but that's not a boy. I think it was the one Nino's children and Nino's children. Son? Rolf? Lou? Rolf. Oh yeah, that's a fucking Shota. And then some. Is he in Heroes? He is in Heroes. And he has multiple forms too. What does his damage art look like? He's got his boy shorts out. Oh my god, there's so many. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Holy shit. This is a classic gacha game with this quantity over quantity. Quantity over quality, excuse me. This Halloween variant, his number 1 isn't out yet. Okay, it's not out yet. Well, yeah, anyway, the point is, yeah. I've never seen a drama regarding, like, a boy character. Lost shut up. I want to see, like, the bridal or marriage characters. Harlem Heroes. Marriage characters. No, from Heroes. We're the fucking... No! Bridal characters. Bridal units, yeah. Just type bridal banners for Heroes and stuff will pop up. Okay. Where are the boys? Okay, let's look at the guys. Groom Sella. This is a guy. This is like an adult. Yeah, that's a grown ass dude. Serena, Lapis, Mbala, Anna, Sayuri, Flavia. Look at back, Callie. Oh my god, Flavia got one. Nice. Haven't seen one of her. Bridal Tiki adult. You have to specify it as an adult. I would love Bridal Tiki though. I love Tiki. That sure looks like a Shota to me. That's Ellawood. But Roy is a boy. Roy's a whole ass Shota. No. Don't fucking lie to me. There he is. That's a whole ass boy. Where the fuck is it? I can't get a good picture. There we go. That's a decent picture. And guys, sorry, it's fine by me. The point I'm making, Mayumi, is that that's a boy. That's a Shota. That's a whole ass child. Where's the controversy? Where's the people screaming and losing their heads because he's dressed as a groom? He's not an adult. He shouldn't be getting married. We saw that other chick, whatever her name was. I forgot her name. Shit, what was her name? I wasn't in charge of. Here, Sanaki. We saw the drama with this. I remember the drama regarding this. I was there. I was still playing the game when this happened. Everyone collectively lost their mind when she put on a bridal outfit. Why didn't they do it when this guy did it? He's still very young. I think she's also like older. I think he's older than him, or she's older than him. Excuse me. The point is, like, I'm pointing out the hypocrisy of it. These people, they only get mad when it happens to the girls. They want the boys to have like their cocks out and everything, but if it happens to the girls, they're precious and we gotta protect them. Also, Bridal Charlotte, let's go. Yo, it's Bridal Charlotte. I love Charlotte, so. I don't know, let me see the picture. Look at her, she looks so cute. Money Maiden, that's a different one. No, I want the bride one. Yeah. Wait, is that the bride? That's the wrong one. Yeah, this is Honey Maiden. Oh my gosh, she's insane. This is why I love Charlotte, because she's unhinged as hell. And I adore her for it. Oh, that's why she's the money maiden. I get it, because she's a gold digger. She's only getting married because she wants her husband's money. God, I love Charlotte. Oh god, it's a huge double standard. Yeah, exactly. That's why I brought. That's what I was trying to get at. It's just fucking weird. Like, just let people enjoy their stupid anime characters. Why do we have to overcomplicate it? Anyway, I adore Charlotte. I remember when she came out in. Speaking of controversial characters, I remember when she came out in Fates, and Speaking of, people lost their mind when Charlotte was introduced. Charlotte. Again, I was there. I remember. You can't lie to me. When Charlotte was introduced, everybody lost their minds. Because they saw her outfit and they're like, oh my god, why is she dressed like that? Isn't she supposed to be a warrior? Why is she dressed like that? She's supposed to be a fighter. Why does she have her tits out like that and her tummy showing like that? And these people fail to forget. Class. That this is normal. This is how warriors look like. Actually, let's do fighter. Fighter's better. It's a better. She's a fighter. Her starting class is fighter. Charlotte is fun because she is the first female fighter in the entire series. And guess what? She dresses exactly like the male ones. With their bare chest and everything sticking out. Only little pieces of armor here and there. Volk is probably the quintessential fighter. You can't really see it because of his stance, but he's bare-chested under there. All he has is his arm guard and that chest guard, and that's it. If anything, Charlotte is covered up even more. She's wearing more than Volk. And this is a game. Charlotte came out in the very next game. Yet everyone lost their minds when they saw her. I remember when the normies tried to cancel Pokemon calling Lissamin and said, yeah, pedophile bait. Are you kidding me? I don't remember that, but I can definitely believe it. That sounds exactly like something he would do. The point is, like, she's supposed to look like that. She looks exactly like a female fighter because that's exactly what male fighters look like. And it's just, it was so asinine and stupid. Like, I was there. I remember it. I saw it. And what's also really dumb is not only is she a fighter, and that's like kind of like how fighters dress, you know, bare-chested and like their tummies exposed, but also she's a femme fatale. She actively is trying to, her whole motive, if you actually play the game and understand like the character, her whole motive in life is to find a rich husband. That's literally her whole thing. That's why she dresses up like this. That's why she is, she dolls herself up. While also kind of playing innocent until she, like, eventually loses it. Because she wants to find somebody who will take care of her monetarily. Like, literally, some of her whole supports is, like, she's specifically going after, like, the noblemen. Because, like, those guys have the money. She wants a sugar daddy, like, unironically. So that's why she dresses like this. And it's also because she's a fighter. God, it fits her character. Yet everyone fucking lost it when she came out. I know I sound like a madman. I know I sound like a madman, but like this is all fucking true. This happened. Anyway, all that just like over this, and we already, oh god, we're already like an hour in. Jesus. And the game released and people read her supports. They were still complaining about it. Like maybe they got a little, they kind of understand what they were going for with her. But they still complained about it. Yeah. Support her parents too. Oh yeah, that's also why she's like that, because she comes from an impoverished background. Basically just like nickel and diming her entire life. So she wanted a bit of the good life, so that's why she wants to marry some royalty. Considering Fire Emblem is the game where like royalty fights amongst commoners, and it's kind of just been a thing for like the longest time, it kind of makes sense. Like it just became a thing. That's why like when I play, eventually one day we're gonna play Fates on the channel. I'm gonna pair her up with like Zion. Wait, what was the name of the prince? Zephyr? The Nor prince. What was his name? Xander. I'm gonna pair her with Xander. Oh fuck, Fire Emblem. Yeah, I'm gonna give her a sugar daddy. Who's gonna be the king? She's gonna be the queen someday. Let's fucking go. Also, he looks really sick as hell in this what's the Gallant King version of, oh my god, he looks so fucking cool. To be fair, I prefer the axe with Camilla, but damn, does he look cool here. He looks pretty freaking badass. He's a sword unit, but god, that looks cool. It's pretty common. To marry her off with Xander. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's like a common pairing for her. Because like, again, like I get you, girl. I know you want money, so let me give you the biggest money bags in the army. Let me introduce you to my older brother who has tons of cooking cash. Like I'm with her. I'll help her. I'll get her the dick with the biggest cash. coming behind it. Let's go. That's a cool too. Yeah, I know she's actually a pretty good unit on top of everything, which is like, again, that's why I like her a lot. Yeah, it's poverty, medieval poverty. We're gonna get her out of it, I swear. I also considered like potentially pairing her with what's the other guy? Your childhood friend. What was his name? The gray-haired dude. Silas. I think it's Silas. Is the one I'm thinking of? Yeah, Silas. I think he would be a good another good option for her because he is a knight. And he's also like your best friend. Knights are royalty. So by the end of the campaign, he's probably gonna get his own plot of land, his own castle, his own keep. Like that's just how it worked in medieval times. Knights were awarded land in Honor Ridge for their service. And you effectively become king, or Xander becomes king, and you like support him underneath him. So it makes sense that by the end of the campaign, Silas is gonna be a pretty wealthy guy. So yeah, I'll pair her up with him too. Like that's just my own headcanon. Like obviously we don't know what happens specifically. I'm not sure if they tell you, but I don't know. I think they kind of a cute pair because I don't know. He's such a bro. So I think she'd appreciate him. It's in years. I still remember most of the characters' names. Like you're the Fire and the Junkie, Miami. Unfortunately, I barely remember anything. Anyway, all that to basically just talk about this. But yeah, you get it. Blue Archive. Thankfully, the devs at Blue Archive kind of came in clutch. Finally, and they just canceled the whole thing. I mean, it could have been better. Like ideally they could have just like cut him off and then like kept everybody else. I mean, they might still do that. They might just be like, okay, we need to like cancel it for now, but we'll come back like in a few weeks, like maybe sometime next year. We don't need these guys, or they'll find like a fourth one. But it is good that they cut this, that they realized they fucked up. The community told them, and they like, yeah, this guy is not a good representative of what's going on. I think there was this post right here. Yeah. Yeah, they're not gonna proceed with the influencer campaign and all that. Because like I said, like this guy is not a good look. He hates this type of game. Do not pay people who hate you. That doesn't make sense. So yeah, good. This guy, like, fuck him. I'm glad he's gone. I feel kind of bad for these guys. From like what we saw, this guy actually genuinely enjoys anime and lolicon. I think Zendaya would be cool about it. Iron Mouse is basically a loli herself. I mean, a lot of people refer to her as a loli, and like as an insult, unfortunately, but she does have a loli-esque design. And I feel so bad for her. I did mention that Iron Mouse tries to not be she doesn't go looking for drama. She's not like me, like where I go and talk about all this stuff like at the end of the week and like laugh at people. She kind of just does her own thing and sings. She sings beautifully. We all know this. But drama finds her, and I think this is kind of like another instance of drama finding her. She had a deal. It was lined up. She probably signed a contract. She was ready to go. And then it got pulled under the rug. The rug got pulled out from beneath her feet because this asswipe was like involved. Again, I hope they eventually push to continue the events, but like either without him or replace him, and then let these guys continue as is. Also, Drea plays BA. Yeah, that's great. Like I said, like I imagine she only plays it like a little bit. She doesn't stream it too often, so it kind of makes sense that to hire her for it. Like she has a big audience. She doesn't stream it too often, so like having her dedicate like a week or whatever, however long the Twitch drop thing is going, to promote the event and yada yada is not a bad idea. yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like these people, as far as I'm aware, these other three, as far as I'm aware, there's nothing wrong with them regarding their relationship to like anime or lolicon or Blue Archive or anything like that. Like they were just chilling and doing their own thing. It was just this guy that was like the big problem in the room. But yeah, so yeah, good on them. Gatekeeping works. gatekeep even harder is what I say. We've already lost ground with places like Warhammer and Lara Croft and Persona and things like that. So we need to be more abusive to these ass-wipe tourists and rifters who come into the community and just to ruin it. So yeah, Blue Archive is like people make fun of Blue Archive community a lot. Like, oh my god, they're the gooners, the coomers, the Kenny lovers, yada yada yada. But you know what? They're having a great time because like they only hang out with each other and fuck everyone else and what they think about them because it's a party over there. Like Blue Archive has honestly been one of the most like fun communities I've ever seen. Usually any drama with Blue Archive comes from outside the community. People coming in and trying to make asses of themselves. But Blue Archive is usually, the community is really good at like yelling at them and making them go away. Like this is a good example of that. So keep it up. We need more anime communities and communities in general that do this kind of stuff because like a lot of other spaces have been like infested by these kind of assholes. And it's like a wider conversation of like gatekeeping, and it is a moral good. I'm gonna stand on that. And like protect your hobbies, like because honestly, there's people out there who legitimately hate them and want to ruin them, or like they want to come in and make it theirs, when the whole point is that it's supposed to like be your space in the first place. So yeah. So this is a win. Basically, we're signing off on with a win here. It's great. I love it. Anyway. They ought to gatekeep their own community. Yeah, exactly. We need more communities like that. People get mad at you when you gatekeep. Yeah, like people have this really childish, naive perception on gatekeeping. Like, no, we should let people into our hobby. We need to let our community grow. You know, like diversity is our strength and all that bullshit. Like, no. Like, there are people who legitimately want to come into your spaces to make it worse, or tune it to their own image of the space, rather than like just celebrating what makes it special. And I hate that like there's like this browbeating mentality of like you have to let the people you don't know come in, and like. I'm not saying we shouldn't let new people into the hobby. No, of course not. But the point is, like, you got to make sure, like, do they like the hobby? Do they appreciate it? Do they want to, like, help it grow? Or do they hate it? Do they want to change it? Do they want to, like, make it something that it isn't? If it's any of those last three, show them the door. Thank you, but we're not interested. And, like, nothing's going to stop them. Like, hey, if, like, you can still go out and buy the merchandise or like play the game or whatever. We can't stop you regarding that, but like we're not gonna talk to you. That's the point. If you legitimately like it and you want to make like your own little version of it, like that's only really consumed by yourself, fine, you're entitled to that. Like there's fan fiction for a reason. Art is there for a reason. You can do your own creative works all by yourself. But the point is like the wider community doesn't have to acknowledge or tolerate you. That's the point. Yeah, like if they have any, I don't know how else better way to say it. Like if they have disdain for like the hobby, then they probably don't like it. Anyway, also it's a Keyblade. I just realized it's kind of cute. I know Maddie, I think that's her name. She used to be a massive like Fire Emblem. Disney park reviewer, so like it kind of makes sense that she has like a Kingdom Hearts thing going on here. Anyway, next story. We're already like an hour in. Fuck. Okay. A bit of preamble. There was I'm just gonna let them talk about it.
Through this whole thing that's been going on, because I saw your tweet about this and I've seen the ongoing.
We're just gonna watch the video and I'm gonna commentate when it's appropriate. Let's just do that. It's regarding the use of AI in games, specifically recent games like Expedition 33, as well as the upcoming Divinity, and how everyone's been exploding about it. And there is nuance, and I will talk about it. Give me a second. So that with Lara Croft recently, lol. Yeah, most people just want things to be changed to their preferences. Yeah, it's I wanted to talk about the recent Laura Croft stuff, but like there's not time. I need to
Think
like
about
not be
this.
here for too
We
long.
have not talked about this on the show. I know you've talked about this.
Always think about Expedition Continue. Of course, the normies only care when it gets pointed out. Yeah. We'll talk about there's nuance to it, as well as it's kind of convenient that they're pointing it out now after they won. Again, let's watch the video.
On in your channel, which I encourage everybody obviously to go check out. But walk me through this tweet here.
Go follow Vera.
Okay, so it all
I got
started
flamed.
with the Game Awards because, man oh man, did the Game
I'm out
Awards
of tea.
cause quite a bit of upset in the video game industry. We saw a record number of indies and AA's. We saw Claire Obscure, Expedition 33, absolutely
Also, I love how Phoenix is like streaming from his car like a hobo. it's so cute.
sweep the competition, and we've seen that happen years before with companies like Larian.
And he kind of looks like one
But
too.
because you have such a we'll say a time of upset in the video game industry right now. It seems that there's a coordinated attack, at least in my opinion, and from what I have noticed.
Yeah, it feels a bit convenient that this is all kind of happening right now, especially because it's coming from like the big name reviewers, like the established journalists, like Jason Schreider, some other names like can't recall right now.
Regarding indies and AA's, so it of course started with the Game Awards, but Larian's statement over AI has caused
Yeah,
quite a
Jason
bit of
Schreier, that's the
outrage
guy.
over the past couple of days also. And
I guess we can kind of just go through it so we don't let them talk about it entirely. Now let's keep going.
we know that there are a lot of people like these activists and these developers who genuinely are not talented. They're getting hired in the industry. They're taking roles and positions.
Industry
from
attacked
people who actually
then
are
the
happy to step
praise,
their
and now
job
they're
up. Maybe
attacking
they're a little
again.
bit afraid
33.
that they're going to be
Yeah,
replaced
it's
by
kind of
AI.
convenient, isn't
Either
it?
way, though, there's been a lot of controversy about the use of AI in video games. It's raising a lot of questions, but now we have Jason Schreier admitting to leaving out context about Larian's statement over AI usage. And I know you had a very, very big interest in the second part of this post, but the ex-Larian developer
Only 33, but also AI.
claiming that they were
Yeah, yeah.
sexually assaulted in studio.
Oh yeah,
Larian,
there's
and
also
that
like
people
apparently like
who-
this claims of like somebody was a fascist and also apparently assaulted somebody, which we'll talk about that.
fascists worked at the company, and how was this trans developer determining that their coworker was a fascist? Well, apparently it was because they watched Tim Pool videos in office and thought Black Arrow.
Oh no, he was watching one of the right-wing boogeymen, Tim Pool. Next they're gonna tell me he was watching like, I don't know, Steven Crowder, or who's another bad one that people really like to boogeyman about. Nick Fuentes. Oh no! Oh my God! He was watching them, and now he's like he's literally a
Or
fascist.
was stupid.
Well, let's go through this actually, because this was
I think a lot of AI
Con-
stuff is
conveniently
overblown.
dropped
Yeah,
in. This
I
person,
think
by
there's
the
more
way, notice it
nuance
is on
regarding
Blue
like the
Sky.
AI stuff.
I also want you to notice that they have since deactivated their account since
Yeah.
this has popped off here. It says,
Also, I love how their their handle is their Blue Sky account, because like following on Blue Sky, I fucking hate Blue Sky.
So let's walk through this.
Let's read
real
it.
quick.
Let's
This
let's
person
let
in
Craig
the
read it.
most definitely let's see, a female avatar, definitely a dude. All right, says feels like a good time to talk about when Larian employed an outright fascist and
Receipts. Where? Prove it. Prove that he was a fascist.
refused to fire him. Over COVID, one of our engineers was radicalized.
Oh no.
Next time we saw him, he was watching Tim Pool videos
Oh no.
in office and telling us about
Fascist
cultural
movement.
Marxism at work drink.
By the way, cultural Marxism is a thing. Anyone who tells you that cultural Marxism isn't a thing or tries to like downplay it is literally trying to gaslight you. We kind of talked about it with like the definition of wokeism and all that. And also Gramsci ideology and things like that. It literally is the changing of culture and the trying to like suit it to your ideological / political means. Basically, sees the media, sees the entertainment, sees the industries and the not the industries, the not facilities, schools, institutions, sees all of them and change them from the inside so that you can change society as a whole. That is cultural Marxism. It is an actual thing. Look at any fucking college campus and you can see it happening. And again, there's a whole, like, I've mentioned him a few times. Dev has a really good video about Gramsci changing and things like that. It's I know it sounds like a conspiracy theory and all that, but like, this is something that was literally written down and was actually practiced until it was like scrubbed, like into like recently actually. This is why like I unfollow like some people who like were trying to say like, oh, culture Marxism doesn't exist. Like, no, you're retarded. You just want people to notice like what's happening. Yeah.
The whole 9 yards.
Anyway, because I've said all this, if I worked at this place, this Hash Bandicoot person probably would have labeled me as a fascist.
After a while, he had a little cohort of freaks that shared some of his sentiments.
Oh no!
Was uncomfortable with this guy. Folks went to Swin and said, "Hey, this guy's a."
Okay. Here, like, pay attention to this part right here. Apparently, multiple people went up to Sween, the CEO, and told him, and were complaining about this guy, saying that he was a fascist and that he was dangerous, that he made him uncomfortable, all this. Like, notice that. Like, multiple people apparently went up to the big boss and said, hey, we don't like this guy.
Weirdo fascist. He's making everyone uncomfortable. He's at odds with the team's values. Swin's response.
By the way, this is Larian's studio, by the way, if it wasn't clear. The guys who are making Divinity right now and made Baldur's Gate 3.
He's invaluable to the team. It's hard to replace him this close to release. Naturally, the vibes got worse. Hanging out at lunch now sucks because these guys might bring their bigotry, like complaining that Argon is black.
Which, by the way,
in the new MTG crossover set.
You know what they're talking about there? Let me show you. This is what they're talking about, and yeah, this is fucking cringe. I hate it. This is a bad change. People try to tell you that blackwashing isn't happening, or that it's not a big deal. It's only like 1 or 2 times. Like Space Marines. Anyone who tells you that this isn't happening, or that it's like a minor little thing and don't worry about it, you're overblowing it. No, you're not. It keeps fucking happening, and it's fucking stupid. And I'm not gonna stop pointing it out. Please, shut the fuck up. Like, they're literally killing gingers. They're killing gingers. Look at how many there are. And this is like 1 page. There's like multiple pages of this. You can find more. Yeah. Anyway, this is my king. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. Not my king. I didn't vote for him. The Black Mason Marine gave me some milk. I did kind of want to talk about the recent thing with Space Marine 2. The black Space Wolves. Because I was kind of like, I kind of got sidewiped, or like, I kind of fell for it at first, but then I actually like read a little bit more about it, watched a few videos, and I was like, oh wait, this is actually, okay, I understand now. Yeah, it's pretty rough. It's fucked up. The ginger no, you can't say that. We're gonna get in trouble. The stream made me so mad. Whoever that guy you had on stream legit knows nothing about Warhammer. Oh, who are you talking about? I don't know who you're talking about. The oh, the other guy. No, I think he was Midnight thing. No, I think he was alright. I think he knew like a decent amount. I don't know. I'm not gonna say he's wrong, but like, well, if he's wrong, there's nothing wrong with like correcting him. Like, I think he was like kind of like open. I don't think there was anything particularly I don't think there was like anything particular. He said that the Raptors aren't in the Vtuber. Okay, he was wrong about that. Yeah, he was wrong about that. But like regarding like it's just that I got ganged up on. Oh, did you get ganged up on? If that happened, Astro Claws are at a freaking low. Yeah, they are. Yeah, Astro Claws are. Well, not Astro Claws. The you're thinking of the Celestial Lions. That's what you're thinking about. Celestial Art. No. Yeah, Astro Claws are the ones led by Laturon. Yeah, you're thinking about Ah, fuck! I want the Astro Claws. Here we go. Yeah, these are. Yeah. You're thinking of the Celestial Lions. Yeah, these guys. All right. I mean, a lot of their naming convention comes from them being called things like, you know, Pride Leader and Spirit Dancer. And I think even Arch himself goes as far as saying that, yeah, they're basically space Africans. And, like, that's fine. You can have, like, a one or two... Did we even talk about Celestial Lions? I don't think we did. But I'm of the opinion that Celestial Lions kind of are space Africans. Astro Claws, no. Astro Claws is a completely different thing. But Celestial Lions, like, this is pretty accurate in my opinion. And I'm fine with it. Like, this is fine. Because again, they had names like... They had very African names, so it kind of fits for them. I don't think we have any, like, canon pictures of them outside of their armor. But you can make a pretty educated guess that, yeah, they are space Africans, which is fine. Like, we can have one or two chapters that's like that. But if you tell me that the Space Wolves are see, it makes no sense otherwise. Sure, yeah, sure. Like I said, it's more like it's more like an educated guess. You know, like you're using bits of lore, but it's nothing like confirmed. Fenris examinations because of the Wolfen and Gene seem fucked up of the Space Wolves. They can only use people from Fenris. Yeah, exactly. And it's a cold planet, so they're probably not. They probably don't have a lot of melanin in them. At absolute most, they would be like olive skin. You know, from like tanning from like going out at sea a lot. But that's the absolute like most they would have in terms of like dark skin tone. Anyway. What the fuck was I saying? Yeah, back to this.
And there's a lot of minorities on.
Give me Inuit Space Wolves. Oh my god. Hi, Maid. Welcome. The thing is, like, the population of Fenris are all based on, like, Nordic people. So, unfortunately, no, there wouldn't be any Inuits there either. But welcome, Maid. Sorry, I'm just saying what it is. Like, blonde and white, so it's gray eyes. Yeah. Because, like, they're all based on Nordic culture. And, like, that's literally what their ancestors were. They're basically all just from Nordic cultures, like, period. And that's everything. Scandinavia, that's probably a better way to put it, yeah. It's basically as well. It depends on the gene seed. Some will definitely, like, go to, like, extremes, like salamanders, where it would make them, like, have charcoal black skin. But other ones, like, it depends.
Yet bigots.
Again, I would have to read the individual gene seed to like give you like a proper thing. Excuse me. You would have to show me that. I'm sorry, Kelly. Not that I'm not saying that you're lying, but I would have to see that. Anyway.
Abound in the studio. Sven is happy to profit off the cachet of making
Wait. Yeah.
woke game while letting bigots endanger minorities in the studio.
How are they being endangered? Also, to be fair, Baldur's Gate 3 was a little bit woke. Just a little bit. It was kind of like pushing it, especially like in the later half of the game.
Guys, just by being there, they're endangering the minorities. My worst experience as a trans woman, sorry dog, was shortly after coming out in work. one of the other office weirdos, and sexually harassment aficionado Felix, currently a CD Projekt Red employee, walked past me in the office one day. He makes a weird remark about my tits, which clearly doesn't have. Just
No, no.
And then to quote confirm something, he grabbed my crotch in the middle of the office. No fear, no shame.
Now, kind of like doubting that part.
But why report it? Well, that ship has sailed, and we had unchecked fascists in the office. People taking the piss out of Boulder Gate 3's gender options, multiple cases of sexual harassment, and more. More importantly, we were told that if someone is important enough, they will not be dead.
That's bullshit. There's a difference between let's leave some like room for what's the word? Let's leave some room for the possibility that this did happen. Like this person like legitimately was groped. Let's leave room for that. However, I'm not gonna say like 100% this did not happen because like we don't know if this person's lying. We don't know if other people are lying. However, I would like to point out that right here at the very beginning, where is it? Yeah, you had multiple people going up to the boss complaining that this guy was a fascist or whatever, without any proof or anything like that, like whatever. This lying about his character. And apparently you had like a whole cohort of people like just going up and like agreeing, like complaining about this guy. Yet a similar incident, like an actual proper worse incident happens where there was alleged groping, alleged sexual assault. And then you don't actually try to do anything there. At worst, I'm calling bullshit. At best, that puts your story into like it very much puts your story into doubt. You guys are willing to go up to a person, to go up and complain about a guy because he is basically just annoying to you because like he has different political views from you, but you're not willing to actually put in like actual work, or like you're not willing to actually go in and what's the word? Not willing to actually go in and report an actual crime. You didn't even like take it to the police. You're just like ranting about it on Twitter because apparently that's where you report such incidents. You don't go to like authorities for the reporting of a crime. Again, this is it at the very least it puts the story into suspect. It's the hardest environment is sensitive for a hat. I mean, that would kind of make sense. I wouldn't be surprised at that.
Projekt Red.
Anyway,
Walked past me in the office one day. He makes a weird remark about my gender option. Here for a second. Told that if
All right,
someone
let me
is
put that away.
important enough, they will not be dealt with.
Yeah.
and I think what they're trying to say is that because nobody paid attention to them when they came up with like their frivolous complaint that like he's a fascist, which again, no actual bearing or proof of that, then but apparently that's proof enough that like, oh, there's no point. There's no point in complaining because he's too important. Because never mind that there was like an actual crime allegedly that happened. Yeah, I'm leaning very much towards bullshit.
Can I play a little bit of Jeopardy here for a second?
Leave all women.
I'll take.
That's what they tell
things
you,
that never
right?
happened for 800, Alex.
Yeah.
Even not proof. With even not proof.
These claims are insane.
Like it's such like an escalation too. Like if this was real, why is it coming out now? When it's kind of like, more of the in thing to make fun of Larian. Because this came out after the whole AI thing. You know, the whole Jason Strider's reporting that they use AI to like an extent. It's almost as if like there wasn't actually an issue, and so they made one up so that they can be like, oh, actually they were terrible the entire time. I hated them from the start. Like, I hated working for them. Also, we don't even. This person claims to be a Larian employee. Was that ever even like followed up and proven? Because like that's all we have. It's like a claim, as far as excuse me, as far as I'm aware. So like this could be just like a complete lie from like a random stranger.
I mean, it went from
Why are we even listening to this person in the
a
first place?
conversation about Larian bad for using AI to sexual assault.
There's no issue. Remember, they praise Sony AI. Yeah, like that's the kind of thing too, because like they're wishy-washy with AI too. When it's their side doing it, then like, oh, there's a big fucking issue. When it's someone that they don't have control over, like a indie studio like Air Larian, they're kind of indie. They're more like double A. The point is like they're not established AAA studio. Now it's a problem.
And
Like I'm still kind of leaning towards like that. It's a little bit of conspiracy theory to say like, oh, this is like a coordinated attack. But the more I think about it, and the more like I talk to other people about it, like I'm talking to you guys about it, the more I'm like, yeah, it's a little suspicious.
and keeping fascists around, which is hilarious because they're a cultural Marxist. This tranny is upset for
Oh, no, she
someone
said the T
in
word.
office calling out cultural Marxists, and then they melt down and delete their accounts. They're admitting straight up to wanting people fired from, if any of this is true, right? Take it with a hefty grain of salt. If any of this is true, they are straight up admitting to wanting people fired for not holding their political viewpoint. We should not build workplaces that require.
Yeah, like there's this saying, like the big issue in the beginning was the whole allegedly a fascist, again, because they didn't like Aragorn being blackwashed, because they listened to Temple, you know, one of the big boogeyman on the right. So no actual proof of him being a national socialist, but like that was the big issue. That's what they led with, not with the sexual allegation, the sexual assault allegation. They led in with like, oh, he's a fascist. So again, it sounds more and more like, oh, this was just a difference of opinion, but you weren't willing to accept it. So I hated him, and therefore and nobody was willing to like listen to me and kick him out for like my personal beliefs. So therefore I was the victim in this case. I was the one being I was being smothered in this terrible, awful, sexist workplace, or racist, I guess. I don't know.
Higher political viewpoint conformity, and that is what they are arguing for.
Mally, you admittedly don't spend a whole lot of
right.
time around the video game industry, right? So when you hear stuff like this,
I think we're gonna get to the third story. Not
I
tonight.
gotta think that you just look at this and you're like, what the fuck is happening?
No, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Mally's not much of a
This-
gamer,
I
from
can't
what I
imagine
understand.
this,
She's more like
this
movies
really
and things
sends
like
you down
that.
the rabbit hole of wanting to be a video game developer.
No,
Oh.
if anything, it just looks like most employment places today, pretty much anywhere, even
Doesn't
my
like
former
Black West
jobs,
Aragon, he's just
it's like you have
fascist.
to sit
Exactly.
2
That's
hours
literally
of
how these people
orientation on
think.
how to treat
Watch down the turn.
people with sensitivities.
We've mentioned it several
correctly.
times, like, you know, words have
And
meaning
they're
and all
just
that.
they're transitioning it into the video
Like
game.
words have meaning and all that, but at the same time, it's just like that's kind of why they muddy the term, so that they can like justify doing anything to you. You're a fascist, therefore I can criticize you. You're a fascist, therefore I can punch you. You're a fascist, therefore I can get you fired. You're a fascist, therefore I can murder you. That's literally their playbook. It doesn't matter that you're not actually a fascist or any other similar terrible term. What matters is that I can label you as such, and then I can do whatever I want with you. That's their whole playbook. We saw it how many months ago was it? 2-3 months ago, when a certain assassination happened. Yeah, it's I've said it. I think I've already said it a few times. I've already mentioned that. It's thankfully it's kind of turning around where people are like looking at that and they're thinking like, you guys are just fucking insane, and they're not falling for it anymore. Like normal people are looking at like this person, or they're looking at this person and they're ranting and they're like, okay, we're not listening to these kind of people anymore. And considering they got like ratioed and to the point and called out to the point that they locked down their account or deleted it, or I can't remember what happened. If it got to that point, clearly people are not paying attention to this bullshit anymore, which is good. Thank God. Like people are like ironically, people are waking up and realizing, hey, this is not right. We shouldn't be just taking people's word. We shouldn't be like labeling and ruining people's livelihoods on the word of somebody else, like without any proof, without any prior knowledge, without any basically nothing, literally just on their word alone. So good. I'm glad like this is kind of coming around and like we're calling it out. Excuse me. Those is one of the Prospero, Night Lords with Nostro, Vulcan's homeworld. Yeah, like there's different mutations like based on like the planets they come from, things like that. I think with Nocturne it's a tad different since they had to visit the planet to turn charcoal skin. Pretty much the same. Spawning later. Hunting Goji right now. It's okay, Callie. Welcome back, by the way.
Correct.
Substantial evidence. Yeah, their evidence is I made it the fuck up.
Actually, and they're just they're.
And for the longest time, that was good enough.
Into the...
like it's scary to think about, but like for the longest time, that literally was good enough. I made it the fuck up. I'm a poor, innocent, white woman. Therefore, you have to believe me. Or I'm a minority, or something else. Like it's like if you have the right labels, your word was law, and it didn't matter if you had proof or not. It literally was based entirely on your word. They look different but clearly the same in ethnicity. They then get the surgery that makes them close to him, but with an interesting book, they use this off a lesion. It would make no sense. I don't know what's going on.
Video game industry as well.
They mega dumb books as well. Like, excuse me. How dare you not buy? Okay, that's really stupid. That's dumb. And lower retcon. Yeah. Okay. That's a stupid change too. No, it's okay, Callie. Like I get. Oh fuck. I'm sorry. I'm dying. It's good that you're passionate about this. Like I don't. I'm going to puberty for like the 17th time this year. But it's good that you're passionate about it. It's just that yeah, we're talking about other stuff. And I would like to have like a proper discussion about this like some other time when we're like actually talking about Space Marine lore and things like that. Like I said, I did want to talk about like the Fenrir, the black space wolf and how that's stupid. But at the same time, it's like we're already I need to end the stream in like 30 minutes, so I'm sorry. We'll probably get to something like that eventually. Let's be honest. Like there's gonna be something regarding 40K eventually. And we kind of talked about it last week too with the splash art for the upcoming Total War 40K.
So
No, that's kind of silly.
It just takes out all the fun.
The idea that Tim Pool is seen as this is the one thing we've seen over and over again. This idea that well, I actually before we get to the Tim Pool thing, I did find a book that this person was reading actually before they posted this, and I love this meme. I saw it. I saw it earlier. Book that they were reading. Everything.
You should. You should have done the other one where everything I don't like is a Nazi, where it has like Hitler.
I don't like is alt-right, the emotional child's guide to political discussion.
I guess you can't do the other one because that's too spicy.
Right
to be fair, Side Scrolls is kind of mainstream. Surprisingly, not really that many subscribers. I actually thought they were like closer to 1 million by now. But yeah, they are kind of mainstream, so they can't get too spicy, unfortunately. One of the few things I'm passionate about. No. If you're into it and you want to like talk about it, like I do this every fucking week, so I understand. You get into it, you know about it, so you want to like talk about it and like get into it. Like I understand. And again, if I'm wrong, please correct me. Like I'm not a lore master. I never claimed to be. So if I'm getting something wrong, please. But at the same time, like I think I know some things. Like I will argue with you. Like I will debate you. That's probably a better term. Like I think there's some things that I might know that you not know, or if one of us wrong, let's talk about it. We'll figure out who's right, and if I'm wrong, I will concede. Like this, I think that's how it should be.
Cover to cover.
Check if I'm correct or
before
not.
posting.
Yeah. Like I said, I just like.
But
we can get
Tim
into it some
Pool
other time.
is seen as quote unquote alt-right now, and you know I've watched some of Tim's videos, and I've been on Pop Culture Crisis.
I don't even know who
which
this
is
Tim
a
Pool
Timcast
is.
show, but I've never actually met the guy before. But I have seen his takes. I can't imagine a world where Tim Pool is seen as alt-right.
He's
or
not
fascist.
all right.
He's a milquetoast fence sitter.
Yeah, a lot of the people who get called like alt-right are like the most like that's a common term to use, milquetoast. Like they're the most basic like moderate views ever. And it's just so again, it's that whole labeling thing. Like, oh, I don't want to pay attention to you and I don't want people to like take you seriously. So I'm just going to label you something awful. Therefore, people will at the very least hesitate and won't even like consider you or consider your opinion. And but then if you like those people who are like have a few brain cells to rub together and actually like take the time to like listen to them like on their own and form their own opinion, then like wait, this guy's like actually kind of right, or like he's kind of basic. Like who cares? Like this is like the most basic like opinion ever. Again, I don't know anything about this Tim Pool particularly. I don't think I've ever seen anything from him. But yeah, I doubt he's actually alt-right like this guy would this person would say.
Definitely. And
Excuse me. How XP 3 outsourced for 32 different teams. Indie, by the way. Yeah, you can kind of argue that Expedition wasn't really indie. To be fair though, outsourcing kind of just means commission. So you might have commissioned somebody to work on one thing or work on another thing, and yada yada yada. So I don't know. Maybe I would argue that Expedition is more of a double A game. I'm not sure if they deserve indie, but at the same time, it's really funny that it swept so damn hard. Billionaire had legit budget around 30 million. No, the road low. Owen is funny. I've heard of Candace Owen though. There's like things going on regarding like where money is going to certain places, and again, we're not gonna talk about it. Not now.
And you know, it's gotten to the point where, and it's been this way for a long time.
Yeah, there's been some like
they
right-wing
want to call
infighting
you
lately,
alt-right, and they want to call you fascist,
which
so
I
it's
am aware of.
acceptable when violence
I do want to talk about it someday, but right now let's stick to culture. Let's stick to video games.
The word fascism now has no meaning except in so far as it signifies something.
I'm sorry, I get distracted so fucking easy. This is why I was like, we're gonna keep it under 2 hours. I'm aiming for an hour and a half, and we're already at 140. God fucking damn it. Like I go in, it's like we're only gonna stream for like 3 hours or so, and then we end up at like 5 or 6 hours.
That is, I mean, exactly what we've seen. These words that used to mean something like Nazi or fascist or bigot, they used to actually mean something. Now
that's exactly what I said.
If you don't like someone, well, you could just throw that word around and hopefully ruin their career.
What's the phrase go? This is just another way of saying what I said earlier. They don't call you a fascist because you're a fascist. They call you a fascist so that they can hurt you, so they can do whatever they want with you. It's not true, but it's literally just a tactic. It's barbaric, really.
Like, it's terrible.
I've actually talked about this on the show several times, where like you said something really important. Those words meant something at some point. And when those words were first starting to be tossed around, those of us who grew up with those words, who had heard them and took them very seriously. Like,
Yeah.
if I heard somebody was racist, I was like,
Yeah, like back when this game started, like around like 2014, 2015, like I was still, God, how old was I back then? Technically an adult, but still very much like a young adult and all that. But when I heard all that, like it makes you gawk. You're like, oh shit, like no, I don't want to be associated with those kind of people. So like I just take them for their word and just assume like, oh yeah, those are horrible people. They must be a fascist because like you said so. But now that spell is starting to wane. It's not, people aren't falling for it anymore. Like a lot of the people who get these labels are probably the most basic bitch people ever. Also, hello, Slyn. Welcome. We're talking about video games and fascism, I guess.
Dude, I don't want to deal with any of that. I
How
don't want
you
to be around
doing?
that guy, right?
Am I your
that
pet
guy's
bunny?
that guy's an asshole.
I guess I am.
It's like the same
Also,
type of thing.
excuse the
You would
throat.
Stay away from that. So naturally,
My voice
when
is.
like these,
I'm
when
sick.
people started tossing those words around, you're like, whoa, 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 like, and you take
Excuse me.
offense to that, right? And eventually, it's
God.
like the boy who cried wolf.
We're gonna end in like
You know,
20
the
minutes.
first time you're like, oh yeah, when it
I
listens,
need more tea.
go protect the boy. There's wolves, right? But by
And the chug NyQuil.
7,000th time, you've been called something with no justification behind.
Yeah, we already
it.
heard this. It's the boy cries wolf.
It's crazy
Phenomenon.
crazy, to say the least. And that's where
It just took 10 years for us to eventually realize that the boy was lying.
fascism is, according to Hash Bandicoot, the wonderful ex they them employee over
Oh,
here,
no.
who has since deleted their Blue Sky account. All right, so let's circle back to your tweet here.
I think it was
So,
She Day, if I remember correctly.
Claiming the fascism, fascist worked at the company, right? Then we have the Sandfall interactive use of AI placeholder images here, which is the next.
Yeah, here's
part.
the AI
This
thing I
is
was talking
with the,
about.
game of the year, right?
Yeah, so what is very interesting about this like entire situation is it does all stem from the discussion of AI, but you have so many people
Oh, sorry,
within
Phoenix is getting out of his car. I'm sorry.
That
I'm
was
sorry.
Phoenix.
We're fine. We're good.
Okay.
Really important things going on. Sorry. Go ahead.
Again, I love that
And
Phoenix is like streaming from
because
his car.
You have this like hatred of AI usage within the industry. They're looking for basically any angle in which to attack indies and double A's. So that's why
There's
they're
no more
going
tea.
after Sandfall. They're going after Larian. And listen, I do not love Larian as a studio. I think personally that their excuse to use AI is pretty bullshit because they talk about how artists are creating concept art day in and day out and for their production use, and that's why they want to use AI. Guys, you've only had Divinity for 20 years except for Baldur's Gate 3. Let's be honest. If you need concept art, if you need AI to create concepts for your game at this point, I don't know if I necessarily believe that, but
All right, let me give you like the spark notes. So basically, what both Larian and what was the other studio, Ash something, the one who worked on 33, it's somewhere here. Sandfall. Okay, so the long short of it is, yes, play my stuff. The long short of it is that they both did use AI in their games, and I think they even did it back in Baldur's Gate 3, but the most recent one that like just came out was Expedition 33. It's like a horror, don't worry, I have to carry. Oh, thank you, thank you, Sint. I just need to drink like more cough medicine and some tea. Also, more good, better sleep. Honestly, I think that's probably the big issue. I don't sleep enough. Anyway, but anyway, the big issue with like the AI. Okay, so basically, from what I understand, the way they use both Larian and Sandfall use AI in their recent titles was probably like, God, my voice keeps cracking. We need to end this soon. We're not gonna do this. We'll just like do that next week or some other time. I don't know. But basically, the it was probably like arguably the best way they could use AI. From what I understand, they just used it for like placeholders or for helping with setup like PowerPoint presentations, so they can like so they can get like a meeting over and done with like as quickly as possible. You know, spend less time doing like, you know, bureaucracy things and just focusing on like making the game itself and things like that. And I think that's fine. Like, I have made it pretty clear that I'm a pretty not a very big fan of AI. Like, I really don't like it. I think it's like, I remember when it was first being introduced, generative AI, and I thought it was like a cool horror tool for like making like creepy things and things like that. But it's gotten to the point that it's like almost indistinguishable from like real stuff, and I kind of hate it. I don't like that there's no human element being inserted into works of art. However, I'm not so naive as to think that it's not going to be. It's kind of here to stay. The how's the saying go? The genie has already been released from the bottle. Like, we can't put it back in. It's already happened. I kind of have to just suck it up and just accept it. That being said, I think there are good and bad ways to implement something like this. It's like a lot of people are comparing it to a tool, and I guess it is a tool. And like any tool, there's good and right ways to use said tool. There's malicious and good ways to properly take advantage of it. And I think this is one way that is alright, like placeholders. I'm like, oh, okay, here's an example. They were actually like explicit examples, like during the creation of 33, they were like wall textures or ground textures. Like, they just use AI to put like something there, just as a placeholder. And then when they went back to like clean up the area, they put it, okay, like, let's make a custom texture for this and yada yada. Like, okay, they took like a day or two to make it, and then they implemented it properly, and there we go. It's 100% done. We just needed something there to just hold the place. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Don't ask me. I don't know what I never heard of that number before. So that's 200 plus games review. Wow, 200 plus. I never really. Anyway, but like, if it's just like something like this to hold there for like a little bit, that's fine. I think that's okay. Another good example I think I heard was they had like a hallway and there was like a poster there. And the poster, oh, thank you for the water, Miami. Appreciate it. And also, I actually really need that. I forgot to drink water. Like, there's a poster there. I think it was supposed to be like a propaganda thing. And like, okay, let's just use AI to like put like a mock-up, and then we'll go back and like make a custom thing properly and have that be the poster for the area. You know, something like that. I think that's fine. I'm kind of okay with like implementation. I'm kind of okay with AI being used in such cases, because it just helps with like, you know, giving you a rough idea of what you want to do for the area or for like the final art. And I think like Vera was talking about here, Larian uses it for conceptualizing things for concept art. So basically, they just have the AI. It's like, okay, give me like a vista or whatever, and so like the AI gives you that, and then like, okay, like, I'm gonna draw it out myself and like base it around like what I want it to look like specifically. I'm kind of okay with that, but I also kind of like, I get where Vera's coming from here. It's like, this is a 20-plus-year-old studio. They've been doing concept art for decades, literal decades, and they need to do it now. They have the money, they have the time, they don't need to use it. So like, yo, like they're cutting corners. Like, it's pretty obvious. So like, why are they doing it? It's more like a tool that I'm not gonna get like super uppity about them using it, but at the same time, it's something that would make more sense for like a small indie team to use, not like a 20-plus-year-old studio that has been doing the same kind of work for decades. Why are they doing it now? Sorry, if you don't mind, you can draw it, sir. I appreciate all fan art. Thank you. If you're not part of the server, go. I don't know if you are. Did I have it up? It should be in the description of the video, my server, so you can post the art if you want to share it, if you're comfortable with that, please. I guess none of it makes it into the final project. Yeah. As long as it's just being used as a tool to help you get done quicker, rather than like final final product, I'm kind of okay with it. Again, I'm not happy that's being used in the first place, but I'm willing to give some ground here and there, as well as be, you know, acknowledge that, like, again, the genie is already out of the bottle. We might as well make use of it. Just overall lower the quality of the final product. Yeah, just make sure that, like, if you want to use it to like conceptualize something, like again, like that vista I mentioned earlier. Okay, have it like recommend you one, but then you draw it yourself and make it like how you want it to be. You know, like you just use the AI to give you like a rough idea of what the vista is gonna look like, but then you actually put in the details, the final shape and things like that. And I kind of think about it in the way of like how you conceptualize art that I've been involved with. I've mentioned a few times already that I'm currently working on. I'm working with my artist right now to have my next model we worked on. We're still very much in the early phases of the design, but one of the big things you have to do is you have to provide your artist with a lot of references and things like that. Like what's the mood of the new model? What are we going for? Like I want the legs to look like this. I want the body shape to be similar to this and things like that. So you have to provide like a lot of references. AI is kind of like that. You can like ask like, oh, I want a character that looks life and agile, but with a little bit of chub, and then it will create that for you, and then you can use that to like conceptualize your character and make it like look a little. So basically, you're just like asking the system for references for you to look at. And to be fair, we kind of already do that. Like in this instance, like I'm taking the role of the AI for my artist. Like I'm providing her the references, I'm providing her the details and the idea and things like that. She then needs to go in and like, okay, like let me like put this all together and make an actual final product for you. So I kind of think of it kind of like that. And this happens with not just a model. This happens with like any kind of art that I commission, like in general. You know, you have to provide the references and everything like that. So I just kind of like, it's kind of the same idea that, but they can make mistakes. Yeah. That's the point. Like but that's, well, in this instance, when it's like me with the artist, I can go in and be like, oh, by the way, I don't like this. Can you change that part? Oh, can you make him a little less chubby here, or can you change that arm position here, things like that. And for this situation, it would turn into like a 3-person job. The references come from the AI, then the initial artist, but then an editor, another person would come in this case like the team lead or the art lead would come in and be like, okay, I don't like this, change that. Or change, again, go back to the Vista example. Okay, like I don't like the lighting in this position, you might want to fix that here. Again, like this is all just like again, like the AI has already done this work. It gave the initial idea, the initial concepts. Now it's the team's job, you know, the actual real people, to go in and like and work together to make it how they want it to look. And like again, the AI is done. Like we're not gonna touch it anymore. And like in this kind of situation, I'm kind of okay with AI being used. The problem with this is that like that's what they were using. That's how they were using AI. But then like these Jason Schreier types and all these other journalists are coming in and overblowing it. They're acting like, oh, the Divinity is going to be made entirely with AI. They're like they frame it as if like, oh, the game's either going to be entirely made that way or only like partially, or like a big chunk of it is going to be entirely made by AI. But they don't provide the context. He even admittedly excuse me, he actually admitted that he left out context and released the full transcript explaining as to like how they use it, again in the way I just described, you know, just for conceptualizing and like placeholders and things like that, you know, a minor little bit just to like help like speed things along. But so like this Jason Schreier guy, again, big gaming journalist from what I understand, he's just he intentionally left out details to try to make Larian like the boogeyman, which is just, first of all, that is gross. negligence to journalist integrity, and second of all, it's just scummy, and third of all, it kind of feels like he's trying to push something, some kind of agenda. But it's overall lowers the quality of the It can be a deal with the devil, but you can never assure where the sauce originated from. Yeah, like that's the one thing that like kind of like I'm still uppity about, because like you're potentially stealing art from somebody, and that's kind of the one thing you can't really separate from AI. So yeah, that's the one thing like I'm kind of about. At the same time, like all these program models, generative models they've already taken in the art. Like there's no way we're gonna be able to take it back. So yeah, it kind of is like it's a bitter pill that we've already swallowed it. There's not really much we can do about it at this point, except for like I guess you can just say like just don't use it. And I could say, well, I mean I wouldn't use it, but at the same time it's just like I don't know. If it's a concept art, yes, but anything bigger it can be a huge problem. Okay, is that what you meant? Then yeah, yeah. Like I said, I think it's fine as to how they've been using it. Again, there is still that thing in the back of your head where it's like, yeah, but like all this was kind of stolen from other artists using the internet to like compile it together to make a Vista that uses like I don't know 50 different model artists and kind of smash their work together to make this again the Vista example I gave you. But it is kind of it's kind of already the train already left the station, so to speak. Can't really do much about it at that point. But yeah, do I what? Do I use AI? No, I never used AI. Beyond like actually no, I don't even understand how to use it. Yeah, I guess like the most AI I ever use is like Google. When they give you like a Google result, that's probably the most I ever used. Like I might use AI as like a reference again, like for references. Like I use references all the time. I think I mentioned that you guys have seen me do sketches on stream. Don't trust AI that much, and that's you're entitled to that. Like if you don't want to use it, that's entirely up to you. If you like, I think that's perfectly fine. Like I think that's actually very honorable of you. Like you just don't trust it, and like you want to stick to your ideals, and you don't want to use it. Perfectly fine. Don't touch it. Don't use it. That's up to you. However, I'm not gonna bellyache and say that other people can't use it. I think at this point we kind of can't really fight it. It's just kind of too late. Valid reasons to not buy a game if I use it at all, and it's a bigger anti-AI sentiment grows, so likely stop using it. Yeah, exactly. Like that applies to this too. Like for Divinity and Expedition 33, we talked about this like a little while ago. What was it called? Mandatory. Yeah, this happened where the Epic CEO says AI disclosure like Steam makes no sense. I don't agree with this. If you want to, God damn it, if you're gonna use it, you should still be honest about it. And this is this kind of stupid mentality of like some CEOs / developers saying like they want to be able to hide it. No. If you're gonna use it, well, first of all, use it sparingly and only in places where it's like appropriate. Again, I would say thank you. It was more of a really bad cough, but thank you anyway. Use it sparingly and only in places that make sense. But if you do use it, be honest with your customers. If they don't want to have AI touch the game, period, they should know. And they should be able to say, no, I don't want to deal with it anymore. However, if there are games that like have AI made assets and things like that, which I think that's like it's a spectrum. I know it's a silly word. It kind of is a spectrum. I think most people are fine with like what we've been talking about, like, you know, conceptualizing placeholders, things like that. I think most people are okay with that. But if you tell a gamer that this game has AI generated assets or levels or music or anything like that in the game, they're gonna be like, no, I don't want it. And they deserve the right to be an informed consumer, an informed buyer, and say, this crosses the line for me, I don't want anything to do with it. So I really, it's just like moving forward, whether they're using it sparingly or like just straight up just using it all the way, they need to be honest with it. That's like the beginning end of it. Yeah, only in one way, such as law. Only can be sought, but like if legally AR was considered copyright infringement since it was built on other propels. I think they're trying to push for that. I think like the Actors Union, which is honestly one of the things they probably should be pushing harder. Like I made fun of Astra. They played Dispatch. No, I never played Dispatch. Does it have AI generated content in it? Is that what you're saying? Oh, does it have AI voices? Incorporated contact with the system. No, I mean, according to this, like again, this is like the only AI I use, which is like the AI overview on Google. Unless you're talking about something else. And no, I haven't played Dispatch. It's been recommended to me a few times, but I unfortunately have not played it yet. I don't have money, or I need to put money towards other stuff. Anyway, let's like wrap up some stuff here, and then we'll call it.
If whether or not it happens or not, the idea is exactly how their ideology lines up, right?
And Larian, they're attacking Sandfall Interactive, and the gamer has even pushed it as far as saying that the wins that Expedition 33 got at the Game Award should be rescinded. They shouldn't be allowed to get all of those wins because of AI, but yet they'll rate something like Black Ops 7 higher and ignore Black Ops 7's AI.
Yeah, that's where like I think it's kind of like motivated politically, because Black Ops 7 actually had like AI like splash screens and art, and there was like that really infamous picture of like a zombie Santa with like multiple fingers, more fingers than it should have. Like they would unironically use stuff like that, but they're not willing to call him out on that. They'll just, but because it's a AAA studio, because they're the ones like in their minds still has the power and the money, so they want to be on their good side.
Because of course it's Microsoft and they don't want to piss off Microsoft.
When are you gonna play it? I don't know if I'm gonna play it. I mean, I might play it someday, and if I do, I will let everybody know, of course. That's definitely something I would like stream.
Microsoft and that team, because they need these AAA companies.
As of right now, it's not really on the. It's not on the list.
In my opinion, just highlights how targeted these attacks are on.
Mally's sick like me.
Double A's, when you've got Jason Schreier admitting that he left out context to the.
Yeah, like I said,
he didn't care. He
through Grok and asked if those two articles were written by AI. Article about this. This is my experience or whatever, and they'll have 100% a tool that.
Okay, here's where something like I wanted to like point out. Like I like Craig. I think he's a great guy. 2-hour mark. I know. We'll go a little longer, just a little bit. We'll finish this video and then we'll call it. I promise. Okay, I like Craig. I think he's a great guy. I think he's a great host. I think he's a really smart, like stand-up dude. But there are things I don't agree with him, and this is like one of them.
You can complain about it. Otherwise, you're going to get. It will take over for sure.
Well,
Don't really watch the people on his panel. That's
vocally,
fine.
Absolutely.
That's good, because like then I can bring you the news that they're providing. So I'm the person giving you the news instead of like these people.
Hates AI.
Yes.
I would say I still don't understand why it's anyone's business.
Yeah, like I'm with Phoenix. Like I'm kind of in the same boat as Phoenix, where we kind of like we don't like AI, but we're kind of like reluctantly accepting it.
If a company uses it or not, I certainly understand.
Kirsten Leaflet.
If you want,
I mean, they're the best of them.
And say, listen.
Yeah, like Craig is a little too gung ho with the whole AI thing, and like
Our brand message is that we are all humans, and we don't want to use these tools. Sure, great, that's good for you. You got my support personally, but whether or
it's
not
one of the big
a-
things I
a
disagree with him
business
on.
uses a quote unquote,
But that's why I'm
tool
glad
AI,
like Phoenix is on the panel, and like he's their editor and everything. He's the guy who runs their stream behind the scene. So I'm glad he's always here to like set him straight here and
I
there.
don't understand why why that should mean literally anything. I could maybe understand it for an award, maybe maybe that you could maybe make an argument there's some falsification, and you may have to change
maybe.
the terms of how an award is given. Outside of that,
But again, I wouldn't call Claroscurum like unworthy of the reward, because again, it was a placeholder. Nothing in the final game was AI. At least according to the devs. I mean, maybe they're lying. Who knows?
what is your business? How a business gets something done? That I don't understand.
I feel when it comes to like if you want to do that and you want to say, hey, we're going to make all of our games, we're not going to touch AI, we're not going to do that. Cool, awesome. Don't use Photoshop. Don't use autofill.
Those aren't the same thing.
Yeah, that's not the same thing. Like, okay, here's where Craig is kind of being a little full of it, a little bit full of it.
I don't know.
They're
mean,
not the same thing.
Yeah, I don't think so.
They're not the same.
Yeah, see, like again, I love Vera, I love Phoenix on this. I love Craig too, but at the same time, it's like, Craig, you're missing the plot here.
But one is a tool, one is something literally doing it for you. But again, that's besides the point.
But
I'm arguing I'm on your side on here.
Right.
Your sweater's ugly.
What I'm saying is that the art itself, I mean, it will autofill that image, though. It'll do all those things. And I just, the way I see it is, they're just both tools. They're both tools. And
yes, there are tools, but there's good and there's correct and incorrect ways to use a tool.
Where does the line between AI and computer generation begin and end? Right? Nobody can clarify that.
I can clarify
Yeah, and this is like, okay, like listen to what Phoenix has to say here.
that for you.
Please go ahead.
If you have a thing against AI, but you're kind of like where I am, where like you're cautiously okay with it, listen to what Phoenix has to say about it.
So one is a tool in which you would, and again, I'm on your side on this.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, one is a so when, let's say I'm going to texture a model, right? So in real life, I would have had to have painted that or gotten a texture and applied that thing. But in a computer world, I am still making that texture. I'm applying it to that model. Now the model is rendering. It's doing the actual mathematical calculations. But there's a team behind that. There's a lighting team. There's a texture, bone. All those different teams exist. AI is essentially, I'm telling a thing to make a thing that I actually don't know what it looks like until it presents it to me. So it's not a tool in that I use a hammer to hammer a nail and that thing goes in here. It's just doing all of it for me based off of a request. So it's not the same thing. But again, to me, this is all semantics. How a business gets something done.
Another good way to put it is like, okay, I don't know much about like modeling and texturing and things like that. I'm an artist, but not to that extent to in those fields. But I do know a lot about modeling in regards to like modding, like in like Fallout and things like that. I know things of like texture mapping, lighting, the modeling itself, the bone structure of like a model. So like say I'm making a character, like I'm making a cool ranger character. I have to design his well, first of all, I probably want a concept of what he's gonna look like. Then when I get to the modeling, I need to model out his cloak, his duster, his helmet, his jeans, things like that. And then I would have to go out and like either pick or design like the texture for that. So like what is gonna be the color and things like that. Then I have to like bake in lighting or things like that. This is all being done, and this will be over the course of like a week, just to make this one character model. And maybe I get good at it and I can do it like and knock it out like in an evening. Excuse me. Oh god, we have to end this soon. But for what AI does is like I just ask it, make me a Fallout themed ranger, and it will just make me one without like and do it instantaneously. There's no work or whatsoever. Like, you literally just had a computer make it for you. You didn't put any work into it. You didn't design it yourself. It was literally something was made for you. And at that point, why didn't you just like go hire a modeler who could have done it? Like, yeah, you would have to pay for it, but the point is, like, you know, there was actual heart and human soul put into it. How can you use to build a house or to break someone's finger? The same way carrying 50 different types of hammers at the same time doesn't help, it only slows you down. Tool's a tool. Wait. Used to build a house or break someone's finger. Carrying 50 different types of hammers at the same time doesn't help, it only slows you down. I think I get what you're trying to say. I'm sorry, I look at the... Yeah, tool's a tool. Like, if you're not using it correctly. Also, hey, TOA. I'm sorry, TOA. We're about to stop. I'm very sick.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
We're gonna finish this
It
video,
matters
but then we're
what
gonna
the
call
end
it. But I
result
hope you're having a
is.
good
You
evening.
wanna say,
We're already
in
going
some
like
way,
the
some company
2:30.
say, like, our beef is like raised on a great farm. You want to go and say great, but at the end of the day, it's just what is the end product, and you value the product based off of that for you. If you want to advertise that you're against it, okay.
But the guy on the right looks like modern ambient. Is this Phoenix? He's actually like their he's their editor slash guy who runs the stream and does all like the technical work behind the scenes. But for some reason he's streaming from his car, which I find really funny. And I said it earlier, he looks like a hobo, but I kind of love it.
People may give a shit or not, but that's
I'm
up
about
you
to die,
guys.
yes.
I just don't understand the argument for I have to let you know how I make something. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, and these people, whether they're developers or writers.
Also, I do disagree with that. We talked about this earlier, and I think these guys are kind of missing the point too. Because I think they even reported on it at one point. Or that maybe they forgot that they did. Okay, I know Vera at the very least did talk about it. Vera. What the fuck was it called? Let me see. I swear she talked about it like a month or two ago, or like about a few weeks ago. Cry for. It was a few weeks ago. Records. Where is it? I swear she talked about this like a few weeks ago. Yo. Young Ya talked about it. I don't even like Young Ya. I swear she talked about it. Did she not? I guess not. Sure's no sense. Tim Sweeney. Okay, that's the Epic CEO, Tim Sweeney. Okay, maybe they didn't talk about it, but I almost certain that they did mention it like in the past. But I don't agree with like with Phoenix on that. If they do something with the design of the game, if they do add AI into it, I think that's perfectly fine for the players to want to know about that. one of the big things that side scrollers and like all these people, maybe not Melly because she's not really a gamer, but like all these people regarding like video games has been like player choice and making informed player decisions. They have upheld like things like DEI detected and what do you call it, Sweet Baby Ink detected and things like that, like not wanting these kind of things in the game. And if they try to sneak it in, someone else could come in and say, hey, that's in the game and I don't like it. You might not like it either, so maybe consider not purchasing the game. And I think that's fair, which is why like I think I don't agree with what Phoenix is saying here, where like it doesn't matter if that, like, let's go back and hear what he said exactly.
You, but I just don't understand the argument for I have to let you know how I make something. Who gives a shit?
It does give a shit. It does. I give a shit, Phoenix, because if there's a point where like the game is like 50% AI or like it's majority made by AI, I deserve the right as a consumer to be able to say, I don't agree with that. I don't want to buy it. I don't want to give it my money. If you didn't make the game, why am I giving you the money? You didn't. The AI did it. You didn't do anything. I think that's fair. And that's why like a lot of people got uppity with Tim Sweeney when he mentioned it. Like, let me actually let me see. I swear Vera mentioned it, and she might have just had like a brain fart at some point. These are some old videos. Damn, she looks weird with her glasses and like this old ass camera. Let's see. I swear she mentioned it in the past. 4 months ago, 6 hours ago. Oh, she didn't like pull it down, and I'm like just like misremembering. But we need to make House Place the new sauce rabbit. Oh my god. They cannot replace me. Even if I die, I'll come back. What the fuck is that? That was weird. Okay, okay, that's where AI gets really fucking weird. Anyway, I don't agree with that. I have the right to be able to say like, hey, I don't like this, I don't want it in the game, and I'm not gonna pay for it. So I don't agree with Phoenix's like take on that. Like, I give a shit, Phoenix. It's if it's something that I don't agree with, I have a right to say I'm not gonna pay for it. It's the same way with food. You're required to give like again, I swear. Oh fuck. Mandatory. I swear, side scrollers did talk about it. Someone did talk about it, like in the space. Was it Dr. Disaster who mentioned it? Yeah, I remember the story, but I don't remember who covered it. That's a big problem. Anyway, whatever. That's the basic gist of it. I just don't like. See, like I admire a lot of these people. Again, Craig, Blabs, Vera, Phoenix, and Mally. But I don't 100% agree with them on everything. Like, there's definitely things that just don't make sense to me personally. Like, it's just stuff that like, like you know, yeah, I don't know. I just kind of want to see like if I can find a story again, or I swear I saw them talk about it. It might have been Dr. Disaster who mentioned it, or maybe Hero High. I'm not sure. It might have been Hero High. Now I'm like kind of obsessed, and I just want to like find out like who the fuck mentioned that and called it out. And like I'm trying, like, even if they didn't mention it directly, like, and it wasn't a case of them like strictly being what's the word, hypocritical. like them directly, either Vera, side scrollers or whatever, it's still a thing where like they have been championing this entire time player choice and being able to make informed decisions about what we pay. And so yes, it does matter if something is being done in a game or a product was made in a certain way and they don't, and your customers decide that potential customers decide, hey, I don't agree with that, I don't want it. I think they have a right to know and be able to say, make an informed decision to say, I don't want it anymore. I think that's perfectly fine and justified. And honestly, honesty is like just the best way to do this moving forward. Like, just be honest and say like, hey, we used some AI here, but like we only used it on this thing. Like again, I think Larian and Sand, the ones behind 33, Sand Crawl, whatever their studio's called, I think they're using AI in the most like ethical way possible as of right now. So, and I'm glad that they were honest about it. It's just unfortunate that the journalist they told about it was being disingenuous and like trying to phrase it in a way that makes it look like they're that all their games are like it's entirely AI and trying to blow it out of proportion and things like that. Anyway, I already went overtime like 20 minutes and I'm regretting it. My throat really hurts. Like I said, really sick. We can't do like a whole stream like I would normally like to do, so we're gonna have to call it here. But I hope you guys were entertained enough. Let's see. Next week is Christmas holiday. I think we're just gonna play it fast and loose. I'm not gonna really make a schedule, and we'll see what happens. I want to say that at the very least on Tuesday, I would like us to have a stream, because I usually spend Christmas with family, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day with family. So probably won't be streaming then. I don't think we're gonna stream Sunday or Monday, but I would like to do something on Tuesday to have that be our Christmas stream. Hopefully I'll be better by then. But I want that to be like our drunk Christmas stream. You know, I want to like sit down with you guys with a glass of wine. I already picked out a game for us to play. Something that I think will be kind of relaxing, but also, you know, fun, and we'll see how that goes. Again, tentatively, hopefully for Tuesday. And if not, if I'm still like in a bad shape, at the latest, I might. Oh, I don't want to be gone for. I don't want to be gone for 5 days or 6 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. 5, 6 days. Yeah, I don't want to be gone for that long. So hopefully by Tuesday at the latest, I'll be back. Either way, guys, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for listening to my rants. Hope you all stay happy and healthy, and I'll see y'all again real soon, right? Later. And send your good wishes, and hopefully I'll get better soon. Bye-bye.